Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. Top IPPONS from the Zagreb Grand Prix. This is a good one, some really nice IPPONS in this video. So starting off, Tanaka with the big Soresuri Komigoshi. Watch him really extend this elbow through as he goes in for it. And it looks like he actually lost a grip halfway through, but still managed to finish the throw with one hand. Really nice piece of ashiwaza here. Look at that, a nice counter. Tsubame gaeshi, as they like to call it. There were quite a few of these actually at the Zagreb Grand Prix. Here's another one for you. Different judoka, but same country, so it kind of makes you wonder if these guys from Azerbaijan are practicing this kind of stuff together. Here's another one. Really kind of going horizontal. Just going with him, getting the back foot. And then one more from Davletov. This is probably my favorite. Just really smashing his opponent into the mat. A lot of people just attacking that inside leg and getting countered. Now this has got to be one of the biggest IPPONS of the year. Incredible stuff from Nakano. So feint with the Taniatoshi, goes on the outside, and then he just uses that movement to set up the Sasai. Huge throw, and the finish, absolutely beautiful. This next one, a bit of newaza from Nakano. Now this might just be something all the high-level Japanese guys are doing. It might be a tendi thing. I've seen it from a couple of guys at tendi. Now a lot of them, they'll use that surite hand and pull you down to the ground, and then make sure that their body is on the opposite side. So you can see he's going to pull him down, and he's going to go to the right. His surite hand is going to go to the left, and that means his opponent is going to fall right into the choke. So just a little detail there, something I hadn't picked up previously. This next one, another one from the heavyweights. Nice Hizakuruma. It's got some good grips, some big, deep grips around the waist there, which just makes this technique so much easier to do. Having tight, close grips like that, really good for those kind of Sasai, Surikomiyashi, and Hizakuruma kind of techniques. Now this one here, watch it in slow-mo. Watch the arms of Blue. So he does this Uchimata with two hands on the sleeve, and he turns it into a kind of a makikomi as well, which is pretty interesting. It's a great kataguruma now. Don't see it done often with the hand up there, taking that top grip with the surite, but it can be done. And when you get in position, I mean, it's pretty strong having that grip up there like that. Look at the drive he gets, and I think a lot of that comes from that top grip. Another ippon from Nakano here. And this is really hard to do, and it's even harder to do at heavyweight. Watch the feet of Nakano. Ouchi kouchi, ouchi kouchi. This is a cornerstone of a lot of guys in Japan. Haga Ryunosuke, he had a really good combination technique like this. This next one from Koga, really nice ashiguruma. And one of the key things with ashiguruma is to get people walking, to get people moving in the direction you want them to go. So they kind of walk onto your leg, and Koga does it beautifully. This next one starts off as an osotogari, turns it into a big ogoshi. So just that first grip that he's got there around the back. Just naturally, if you're going to go in for an osotogari, it's going to turn into something like this, just by the nature of the grip. Now this is a good driving seirinage, but Blue, I think he tried to kind of jump into some kind of newaza here, but it was definitely still tachiwaza, and you can see on his face he understands the mistake that he's made. Here's another, a little bit slower, but just really nice controlled seirinage. You can always tell with the slow ones that the person has really good control and strength in the position, and just a good understanding of the mechanics of the throw. Probably does a lot of three people uchikomi, I would imagine. Here's another one of these. This time Sasai Surikomiyashi. Just clips the leg, takes his balance out from in front of him, and plants him on the mat. Another good piece of ashiwaza here, kochigari. Double sleeves and comes across. Just chips it. Now Blue, I thought Blue was going to get a big osotogari here. He had a really nice top grip. But watch Blue duck it. As he goes in for that osoto, he starts to initiate the counter. Now you're not allowed to duck under in judo, but if you're going to go in for a throw like that, the referees will totally let you have it. And sometimes that top grip is not as strong as a lot of people think. Personally, I think that strong surite grip right around the collarbone is probably the best grip in judo. But it's not the easiest thing to learn. Top grip, a lot of people kind of think of it like a clinch, and they kind of understand how to clinch people's neck down and kind of work from there, but that classic judo surite grip, definitely a lot more variety in what you can do. Good Yoko Otoshi here, straight into the newaza. This is a nice uranage from Arekba. Now I can't remember if it was him in the semi-final where he went for this technique, couldn't finish it, and then got put into the osaikomi. But that time definitely finished his uranage. Beautifully done. This one as well, a quick seoinage, really setting it up a couple of times, using the ashiwaza at the start as well. Sturpu with the counter. This is one of the counters you can do to Uchimata. It's probably the easiest one to do. I like it quite a lot. It's good if you've got long legs. Tanaka now with her Uchimata. Now she starts off with the top grip, but kind of loses it. And then just, I mean, if you've got the sleeve, you can always turn it into some kind of a makikomi. This next one, definitely one of my favorite kind of throws. Ukigoshi. And I guess kind of turning it into a front Uchimata a little bit. I love just seeing people pick people up like this and then throw them into the mat. It's definitely one of the more dynamic kind of throws in judo. There's a guy from Azerbaijan, Hajiev. Go check him out on JUDOTV. Absolutely explosive ukigoshis and front uchimatas. Amazing stuff from him. Classic makikomi here at the plus 100s. You always see the big heavyweights kind of throw the arm over like that. Kind of like they're going to do a forward roll or something. This next one, a nice finish to an uchimata from an ochigari. Have a look at that. Good control with the top hand as well. I mean, if you control the head like that, they're definitely going into the mat. Next up, a nice kouchigari. Don't see kouchigari too much at the heavier weights, but this is a really nice one to see. I love a good kouchigari. It's probably because I'm just not very good at it. Now have a look at this. Goes on the outside, and then White returns with pretty much the same thing. He said, I can do it better. Look at this. Blue goes for the fake, and then White, he actually does it. Really nice Taniatoshi. Good throw. Explosive Ippon seoinage. Gets rid of the grip on the sleeve, and then just dives into that armpit. Rolls him over. Kataguruma, this is really common. You see this a lot. As soon as someone goes over for that top grip, you dive in for the kataguruma, because you're just not going to be there, and their hand, they can't defend, and it just makes that kataguruma so much easier. This guy's kiai sounds pretty cool. This next one, the old Carbarelli or Obituri Gaeshi. Although not the classic grip. You can see the big right hand over the top. Doesn't have the belt. The other hand does. It's kind of an interesting variation to it. Now this one on the edge of the mat. I really like this one by White. Just kind of playing that footsie game at the edge of the tatami. Staying in bounds. And then Blue, I mean, he's kind of hunched over. And he just found the right moment. Found him coming forward. And just locked in for that uchimata. Speaking of uchimatas, now this was actually scored at Wazari, but I really reckon you should just give this. Just give it an ippon. If you throw someone so cleanly like that, I think you should just give it an ippon. And now this one, I mean, just kind of outclassed, I think, in this contest. Kondo with two really clean ippons. So clean. Next, Sumigaeshi. This time a counter to the drop down seoinage. Don't think there's been one Sumigaeshi in this video, and it is kind of one of the most common techniques, so I've either just not included them or there just weren't a lot of Sumigaeshis at this tournament. Now Kim from Korea, this is a huge mistake. Going for a top grip first and not securing anything else. people are just going to go under you, pick you up like this, and dump you. If you're going to go for a top grip, you should really secure something else first. Now how about this for a display of strength? Going to your knees, picking someone up with a seoi-nage, and then just burying them into the ground. Beidomov. Really should have put his ippon somewhere at the beginning of the video because they're just so good. Now this one, a nice tomoe-nage into a juji gatame. And this is Michael Fryer from Great Britain, so someone I'm going to keep an eye on. He had a really good performance. Nice front uchimata. How about that? And this one too from Fryer. This guy. He's definitely caught my eye. But anyway guys, we just got 2 more ippons to go. It's great being back after the Olympics. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.